Hello everybody, and how are you doing? I hope you're doing fantastically fabulous. I know I look identical in a lot of ways, but it's okay, because we're just pumping out videos. We're just pumping them out. I know, Lunar Wisdom's like, oh my god, you're just pumping out videos. Everybody on my channel needs to go to Solitary Luna's channel and subscribe. All 1,840 of you need to go to Solitary Luna's channel and subscribe and like her 2 videos and leave comments. And just demand that she uploads more videos. You know what? Just demand. In a nice and polite, kind, courteous way. Also, go to her blog. What is it called? Luna Walks Alone. Leave beautiful comments. Follow her blog. All of that stuff. I know, right? I dropped Lunar Wisdom's name, but she's got like 14,000 people she doesn't need anymore. Let a queen catch up. Let Queen Elsa, hashtag Queen Elsa in the comments. Let Queen Elsa catch up, okay? Okay, so Netflix decided to start playing the trailer for The Crown in my bedroom, and I was like, girl, I'm still making videos. We're gonna watch season 3 of The Crown today on Netflix. Okay, just calm down. But I wanted to make some of these videos. So this video today is all about a Book of Shadows prompt. We have not done one of these in a decade. Do you remember my When Magic Can't Help You little thing that I was doing? I wouldn't call it a series, but I would just release a video every now and then of When Magic Can't Help You. Well, I still live by those. But I also, a long time ago, sometime last year, probably near the end of it, started a new little thing called Book of Shadows Prompts, where I started talking about ideas for your Book of Shadows. So what I wanted to do is to start bringing that back. And the Book of Shadows prompt that I have for you today is about your magical practice. So in your Book of Shadows, you would leave some space for a journal, a couple pages, at least 10 at the most, at the minimum. Yes, I want a 10-page essay in all of your Books of Shadows about your magical practice. Now, what specifically about your magical practice do I want this supposed 10-page essay written on? I want this in font size 12, font type Times New Roman, double-spaced, written by hand, pixels and everything. I wanted this not just about your magical journey, but what inspired you to be a witch, or a Wiccan, or a crystal-loving, new age, self-love affirmations healer. You know, what inspires you to work with the deity that you work with? What inspires you to work with the herbs that you work with? What inspires you about being a witch? What do you do when you wake up the next day? Do you go to your altar and light some incense? Do you cleanse your space? Do you write in your dream journal? What exactly does your witchy life look like? What kind of mundane activities have you mixed in with your witchcraft? That's what I would like to see in your Book of Shadows prompt. Now, you can share that down below in the comment section if you'd like, or you can make a video response and leave the link in the comment section if you would like. I remember when I used to get video responses. Now nobody does video responses to my stuff. So, I will accept any form, except written. You're right, you're like, wait. You're giving us a Book of Shadows prompt, but you won't accept a written form? Like a comment, a video response, you know, I'll accept that. But the idea behind these Book of Shadows prompts is to give new witches something to put into their Book of Shadows. Now and I've talked about this when I did the first Book of Shadows prompt video, at least I think I did, but a lot of people tend to follow the same routine for their Book of Shadows. They put the phases of the moon, the Esbats and the Sabbats, they put incense recipes, how to set up your altar, you know, if you watch the Book of Shadows tours on YouTube, they're all the same. It's all the same content from one Book of Shadows to the next. Some spells might be different, some are inspired by Charmed, so on and so forth. Pop culture witchcraft is a thing. You know, all of that fun stuff. But this kind of video, or the topics that I talk about in these types of videos, that are usually Book of Shadows prompts, are to help new witches kind of fill out their Book of Shadows in their own way. And I have a video coming after this on Book of Shadows tips and tricks. And we're going to be using one of my favorite books to talk about setting up a Book of Shadows. Okay? So, what is today's prompt? Just to remind you again, because we kind of went a little off topic there. Today's prompt is to write about your craft. What inspired you? What tools do you use? What entities do you work with? And you don't have to write it as a, this is how it will be forever. It's kind of capturing that in the moment. You're capturing your craft in the moment, putting it on paper, putting it in a book, and then from there, all you're doing is being able to look back at that, or your children or your grandchildren or whatever will be able to look back at that and say, this person's craft or my craft was at this stage 10 years ago. Look how far it's come. I do that all the time with journal entries in my Book of Shadows. All the time. I have all kinds of journal entries in my Book of Shadows, and it reflects and it captures even my spells and my rituals, my incense. It reflects and it captures in my Book of Shadows, which I call a grimoire. Okay? So stick around, because I actually have one last video coming. I swear it's the last one. And until next time, my fabulous little scobies.